Hey, Joe.
You like Irish legends?
Some of them.
Would you like Irish legends even more if they were in space?
Is this an Irish legend? Like, what even is this? Is it the same fucking leprechaun? I don't know. Do they?
Do they give a fuck?
No. Hey, the last one did surprisingly good, and it was a surprisingly okay movie. Hey, Mr. fucking Dan Michael Trachtenberg or whatever the fuck your bloke ass name was. You want to make another one? Sure. Okay, I guess the formula now is set it somewhere. Go do it, bitch. All right. Leprechaun in space.
Leprechaun 5,
4.
space. 4, in space. Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Joe.
Hmm?
Would you believe me if I told you that Leprechaun 4 in space had an $80,000 CGI budget?
I don't know if that was a lot of money for a CGI budget. I believe that they didn't use a whole lot of it and probably partied with a shitload of that money.
Well, let me tell you this, Joe. What if I told you that budget wasn't used on the state of the art CGI at the time, but we can get a better deal if we just go with the generation before? That'll be fine. What do you say to that?
Yeah. Cut costs.
Does it show? Can you tell?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that sucks. Hopefully, it didn't take away from your enjoyment of this hit motion picture, but we'll find out.
Leprechaun 4 in space. Is this the same leprechaun from any of the other movies? No. Were they the same leprechauns from any of the other movies? I don't know. Uh, this one, it's set in the future. You know, we know that because they reference a lot of shit from modern age. It turns out like soldiers in the future will still be telling Helen Keller jokes, Tom. Uh, but anyway, this starts out with old Leprechaun has abducted a princess, and
Not just any princess, Joe, but a space princess.
correct, princess, prince,
That's right. He kidnaps a princess.
and she is the daughter of a guy that a king
Kum Lak Lao.
that ruled.
King Kum Lak Lao.
So old, you know, Leprechaun, being the greedy fuck that he is, he wants to marry her so he can become king of the planet. You know, even though he can just fucking wave his hand and have a fucking table full of jewels. He wants a planet. And she's like, well, I'm all about it. Then let's go kill
Then
my
he
dad.
could probably just go, tee, and then fucking the princess and all the royal family will catch on fire.
Yeah.
And they won't have to go through any of this movie.
Right. It seems like it would have been really easy for Leprechaun to achieve what he wanted, but is he a leprechaun? We don't know because unlike the other movie, the part 3, he doesn't tell us. He doesn't say, "I'm a leprechaun" every fucking 5 minutes. Um, anyway, the colonial marines from Aliens, they show up on this planet and they shoot the fuck out of Leprechaun, and one of them decides to keep his hand as a trophy because that's what Marines.
No, see, that was not the leprechaun's hand. That was the princess's hand. She got a little collateral damage. So that's why there's the close up shot later on, like she was fucking giving handies and it's all gooped up. Because, oh my God, she healed herself. It worked, a miracle. But we'll get to fantastic super science later, Joe.
Yeah, so they take her up onto the ship, and they're gonna take her back. The Marines, they're getting ready to go on leave, but like Tom said, there's something about this girl.
No, 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 hold on. Before that, one of the fucking Marines is like, hey, this one's for America, and pisses on the fucking leprechaun's severed foot. And when it does, some green and blue for some reason CGI effects fly up into this man's penis hole. And you would think, oh, all right, the leprechaun's in this man's ureta now. But then the leprechaun's severed head smiles and winks. How does this magic work? I don't know. They don't know. It was glowing green in the first one. The fucking hooker's eyes in one of the Hood movies will glow green. This one had a little bit of blue in it. I don't know. They don't know. It doesn't matter. He's in space.
Hey, but that severed head effect, pretty fucking good, huh?
I mean, it was okay. It's just it was like lit really harsh. Everything in this fucking trash bag cave, like you were making fun of the fucking reptile cave or encampment at the zoo. But if their cave looked like that, it'd be like, oh, this is pretty good. Not just like a bunch of melted fucking plastic trash bags on the wall and shit.
So they take her back up to the thing and like, yeah, shit. I watched this movie too many days ago. But anyway, the guy that's like hired the Marines or something, uh, he is
Mitten House was in Mitten.
Mitten Hands, I think. Yeah, Professor Mitten Hands. He's like a cybernetic guy. He's like from down here. He's a robot, and he wants his body. Uh,
And the makeup looks pretty good from the front, but then they go to that puppet and you're just like, ah, the back shot, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, they spent all that money on the front.
Oh, and one of the Marines has a metal plate on his head. He's
And this always fucking bothered me. Like at the bottom of the metal plate going here, there's like a wacky rectangular strip.
well, Tom's out, folks. So yes, there's a wacky rectangular strip, and if anybody that's worked in special effects, prosthetic.
It doesn't really have.
Oh, he's back, folks. He's back.
Yeah, it just, it doesn't come off like it's folded over skin or like the only thing I could think is maybe there's like a mass of metal, like a battery pack under it, because it just looks like a weird rectangular strip that just looks off. Like a metal piece has to be under. It just looks odd and not right. Always bothered me.
Yeah, it bothers him still. You can tell. Uh,
How
but old
is all the other makeup so good, but this is all fucking weird looking?
old Mitten Hands, figures something out with the princess's blood, and it's like, well, shit, if it can regenerate shit, then I can use her blood to regenerate me body, So me wants me body. I'm Mitten Hands.
This is some fucking magical blood because it's blue goo.
Blue, blue. Meanwhile, old Leprechaun is back, and he wants his princess. He's trying to get his princess, but he's gonna have to fight off them colonial marines along with a new doctor that's kind of good looking, and that's what she's there for, to be good looking. And that's
But
it.
he doesn't really want to get her. Leprechaun doesn't want to get the princess, that is, because at one point she's like, me killer. Oh, okay. I mean, that's what we said at the beginning of this, you fuck.
Yeah. But he does get big. It's like I blew up the leprechaun. Uh,
Yeah, they have a shrink razor and a resize laser, so they do that, but Leprechaun wasn't sure. I guess God shrunk him. But Leprechaun like wasn't shrunken down. The point of this laser is it'll take big things and make it small so you can store it and transport it easier. Then you fucking flip the switch and it'll fucking bring it back to normal size. Like, this wasn't something designed to make shit bigger. But it does on him because fuck you. It'll be a cute little thing. Teehee will put him on a fucking little set so he looks all big. But yeah, they use some video morph effects when he's like getting big and it looks there should have been a thing that popped up at the beginning of this said, "Oh, some of this was sourced from other fucking things, so it won't look as good. Sorry you paid $42 for this release, but fuck you." Ha ha ha. Piss leg. um yeah. You know, I last time I watched this one, I liked it a lot more than I did this time.
Hold on, Tom, because
We're still going.
you're forgetting the main thing. You know, is
Joanna Man's in it. How did we forget about Joanna Man?
fuck. Um, no, when old Mittens hands, he's got the blood and he's gonna redo his thing, but old Leprechaun steps in and is like, "Hey, well, let's mix in a scorpion with this blood, and let's mix in a spider with this blood," and injects him, and Mitten Hands turns into a monster. So this is not just a Leprechaun movie. This is a monster movie at the end too.
Well, Joe, you forgot that Leprechaun puts a gag ball in his mouth, presumably so he could fuck him in the ass without screaming and having to hear that shit.
Yeah, and old metal plate guy does a drag show thing.
So progressive.
Hmm.
Fuck. Movie of the year.
Way ahead of its time, but it is set in the future, so it is of its time.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I guess they spent all the effects budget on the mitten spider, even though he was, arguably more scorpion than spider.
Hmm.
But
It looked all right.
yeah, but where are the kills and
Well,
all the
his face flattened, you know.
yeah, I mean that was good, out of place, but
Yeah.
that was a fun little effect, but the last movie had some gore and some kills, and we were like, "Oh, that was cool." They put some gore and some kills in this movie. It really wasn't in this one. This one, it was more, "Hey, look at the spider and the cyborg," but just cough or something when we show him from the back. Yeah, I guess I liked this one more when I was, drinking more. Watching bad movies, drinking. It's okay. It's
I don't want to watch it ever again.
what was your least favorite part? Why did you not care for this one so much, Joe?
All the comedy, and there's a lot of forced comedy, and it's mainly from fucking what's his name, the dude from Return of the Living Dead and Friday 5. I don't know which one he was in,
That's
but
correct, Joe. You do know which one he was in.
he delivers these fucking one-liners that are just shit. They're fucking garbage. The last one, 3, was funny. Their comedy worked. Here it doesn't. It just, like, they wrote this shit on the fly. Maybe they were on substances or writing the shit down. Oh man, that's fucking funny. And then the next day when you tell the joke again, it's like, oh. But it's too late. They had to press on with it.
Well, a choice that they were going to make but decided not to was the lead Marine guy. Not the guy who talked like this, but like the main guy, I guess you could say. Uh the director, he wanted him to deliver all of his lines like Rambo, but at the last minute they decided not to. So if that did happen, you get $100. How'd you think the movie would be? Do you think you'd like it more? Do you think you'd like it less?
Probably less.
Probably less. I might like it more. I don't. You leprechaun, you little fuck. It could be pretty good, Joe. See, now you're getting it.
No, I'm glancing at the chat, and yeah, it's like seems Mr. James Robinson, one of my favorite comic book writers, is going on about Lou Diamond Phillips, which unbeknownst to a lot of people, the Philippines does have their own version of a leprechaun. Look it up; it's pretty interesting.
They call it the LDP. Yeah, so I don't want to say it's not as bad as people say. 'Cause it probably is, but I get some entertainment value out of it. Um Not the worst one.
Thanks for checking out the show. We hope you dug it, baby. If so, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and let us know down below. Support Tom and Joe by heading over to dwnproductions.net and fastcustomshirts.com.